we are going to start, because Foundry's not up yet, we're going to start with some art.
I'm going to finally see what Felix looks like.
I understand what this guy looks like.
I want it to be a
After
high
2
def.
years.
Like, could it please be like a high def drawing of just the like symbol you use?
That would be pretty funny.
So
That'd be
good.
incredible.
I should have done that.
Oh,
I should have gotten him to do that.
Man.
That would have been great. Okay. I'm going to roll a d4 for you lads, alphabetically, by your character.
Oh, of course.
We're rolling with 1, so we are starting with Felix.
Let's go!
Oh, yeah.
Biggest
Felix reveal
mystery.
is like...
I think you
is
probably
like,
have a better quality file.
I do have the best quality file, so I shall do that.
Okay,
This guy
humble.
has the best.
My files.
It's like Dream's face all over again, man.
All right, everybody. It's
Yeah,
going to be in the
bound to be
art.
disappointed.
Going to
That's
be in
what
the
the
art
mask is.
channel.
That's
Art
the
channel.
mask is.
Oh my
That's
Felix,
okay. That's
yeah.
literally not what I was expecting
That's
to
not what I was expecting.
I don't know.
Look at
I think I'm in
Felix.
love.
Oh, look at the crown, the little nice.
I know.
I thought he was bald
Orange.
with a beard. I thought
I
he
thought
was
he was
bald.
short
Is
hair.
that a joke? Is that a joke, Dylan?
I'm serious. No, I'm
I
serious.
thought
I
he
think
not
had
red
short
beard.
hair, and I thought he was a lot more like caveman-y in his outfit.
I thought he was a green
This is-
triangle, so
This is
a real
regal.
shock
This
to
is
me.
regal, bro.
I can feel my brain like rewiring.
Yeah, don't say
Yeah, just readjust the memories. All right, take a second.
It's
This
like a
beautiful
There
man.
we go. Beautiful.
It's like a horror movie where you look in the photos and the villain's been there the whole time. It's just I had to roll
Wow,
back
he's actually
every
looked
single
like that.
instance of Felix in the story.
What a friendly
Damn,
face.
he's beautiful.
What a
Good pose,
friendly
too.
face. We love Felix.
For the record, I didn't ask that he be beautiful. I was just shown this, and I was like, "That's fine. I think that's great."
It's
Wow.
so good.
God
How long does that
determined
hair
it.
go behind the shoulders?
I don't actually remember.
Well, that's our next mystery. Wait till we get the next art permission.
Exactly. The hair will be over the shoulders.
I don't remember.
I rolled another d4.
It grows fast.
And it is a 2, so we're going to John next.
Well, we know what the other 3 look like.
We don't even need to pull it. Here we go. John. Here is our boy John. Standing tall and proud.
Yeah, he could run 400 feet a minute.
Yeah.
This guy can hold
Why
his
does
breath
he look
for
so
6 minutes.
normal.
This man will outrun Usain Bolt.
What a frightening figure, man.
I do like that it is the full body pose. Stands up like at least 12 feet away from the camera.
Do you have to pay more to get a
Crazy
stance
stuff.
like that? Worth it.
Worth it.
I had to draw
Full
feet for that
body
one,
John.
yeah. Or
Worth
boots.
Those feet are gonna cost you, buddy.
Yep. Good old John. We love John.
That's crazy. He's not humongously ripped. He's just scarily strong.
He's just really
He
dense.
knows how to train, dude.
That's so scary.
My headphones died, so you might hear yourself. But I wanted John to always look just like as normal as possible, just like the most basic.
That's
That must be really funny to get from as a character commissioner. It's like, I want him to look as regular as possible. As little as you can do it. Work less.
Dude, I rolled at least 10 times, and I kept getting 1s and 2s, but we finally got a 3. So that
Imagine
means
a Norbido man in Sumia.
we will be doing Turlon. Turlon Lutheran.
A creature.
The creature.
I'm normal. I'm normal. I'm normal, guys. I'm normal.
Here
I'm
is-
normal.
Oh.
I'm normal. I'm normal.
Yeah, lying
How
little
beau-
freak.
how
Yeah.
Look a little more feminine than you imagine, huh? Liberals.
I think you're a little more well-dressed than I imagine. I thought you'd be in like a rag.
Dude,
Yeah,
I always imagined Turlon as like
I imagine you look
wearing
like
a big Ice King
a
like
fat hobo.
coat.
The coat could have been bigger, but I really liked how it looked, so I didn't say anything.
Let's go.
It's kind of epic.
And it's a big mirror. I forgot how big the mirror is.
Yeah,
hand mirror
the
is
mirror-
kind of big.
The mirror
I love
is
it.
massive.
Yep. I love it.
That is correct, by the way. It's supposed to be that big. That's the size I
It-
reported.
It.
Yep.
Oh man,
Beautiful.
very funny.
This really is emphasizing how many elves and half elves we have.
Yep.
Because
Yep.
mine's
Look,
also
We
an
got
elf.
some elves in here.
Look,
That's just
So
how
those
it is,
goddamn
dude.
ears, boy.
Yeah.
Let's see the ears.
Oh, I forgot he's gonna be purple. Oh my god.
You purple.
Yeah,
you
he's purple.
All right, here's Vita, everybody. Last but not
No way.
least.
no.
No way.
Yeah,
Oh,
No
look at
way.
that little guy.
we got OG Ori.
Can we get the Ori cameo?
Can you edit that out? Can you edit
Can
that
you
out?
get rid of
Okay,
that?
get
Can
rid
you
of
get
that.
a different?
Gotta pay double for
file?
Ori.
I remember in one of the early
Two-character
sketches,
commission.
Vita looked a little too hot, a little too good. And so they had to tone it
Dude,
back.
I
Yeah.
was
a little
literally
bit.
about to say he's
Imagine.
genuinely handsome, and that pisses me off more just based on the way that this
He
fully
looked
grown
even
adult
better.
is acting.
My only feedback was he should not be this chiseled. Make him look
Mhm.
more plain. And then this is also very different. Like he was
Mhm.
like sculpted before.
Classic witch outfit.
There we go.
There we go. There we go.
Now,
Fixed.
now that I have a face to this name,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Vita's a genuine fucking menace.
Freak, actual freak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This guy just goes around saying shit. Can you believe that?
I feel like
He does
I'm
say
just
shit.
Felix is so comforting to look at. Like just
I
a
do.
leader
I
right
feel.
there.
I
do
did.
love
I did not realize. Just I fucked up on the ears. I didn't catch that. I picture them being closer to human ears than elf ears, but that's okay.
Well, you know, the
compared to-
portrait artist, when you sit down for a portrait in this world, they just like to exaggerate some of the
Yeah,
details.
I feel bad
Exactly.
admitting it. It still looks amazing. I want to.
Yeah, no.
Your
I
ears
really
are more
ran the play.
round than ours are too. Ours
For
are
sure.
pretty
Those are
triangular.
very pointy.
Oh, okay.
I do think we
Okay,
should
good catch.
laugh at Felix for looking up when everyone else is looking down. Laugh
I'm
at him.
built different. All right, I'm built different.
Looking up at a bird in a tree, perhaps. Passing
World
by.
building, wow.
Wow, Turlon shocks me. This image. Who is that?
Mhm.
Yeah, I always imagine Turlon like kind of looks like they crawled out of a gutter a lot of the time,
too.
but
I think they
love
would have looked a lot more like that at the beginning of the campaign, but
clean
It
It's
makes
not
it
we're
more
more
kind of
confident.
stacked now. We're kind of
yeah.
rich. So.
Well, they also looked like that more when they were with the caravan, because their kind of history is like they're with the Melandriel's Marvelous Miracles.
Oh yeah, you kind of look
Madhouse.
like a weirdo.
And I was mostly like, well, when I was there, Turlon was like much more put together and normal, and then before they met you, they were on the run for like months.
True.
So they were really disheveled when you met them, but they mostly got better now.
Crazy. I
Right.
do like John's had the most direct translation. I feel like that's exactly how I pictured him in my
That's
head.
perfect. Yeah, me
Yep.
too.
It's excellent.
He's more
I
normal.
also
than
like
picture in
that
my head.
Felix looks a lot more jacked than John is. That's pretty good.
I love it.
But
Yeah,
that just
hilarious.
makes how strong John is even more impressive.
Yeah,
To be
it's
clear,
terrifying. I love
Yeah,
it.
that fits.
John
I like
works
to
out.
imagine-
now up.
John works out for gains. I don't know if Felix just kind of does it.
I like to imagine that like a normal muscle, you know, it has like an arm muscle. It's got like a bit of a curve, like where the bicep is. You know, like for him, it's just all out. It's like bulging against the inside of his sleeve.
Fucked up.
Mhm.
What's that one fucked up anime character that doesn't really have a neck because his neck muscles are so big?
Could
I
be
don't-
anybody.
It could be
Armstrong
anybody.
from
no,
Fullmetal
no.
Alchemist?
The one that could be
No.
anybody. I don't know. Whatever. It's,
Yeah,
it's
the one that could
stupid.
be anybody.
There's a
That doesn't
lot of
narrow it
those
down
out
at
there.
all. Never mind. Unimportant.
Baki.
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
changing my server profile real quick. No biggie.
Bucky.
Turlon.jpg.
Turlon
Oh,
dot
you're
JPEG.
thinking of Nappa from Dragon Ball. You're thinking of Nappa.
Yeah, I'm thinking of Nappa.
Napa know-how.
No, I'm not.
Steven, it looks so good. Thank you so much, Steven. Thank you, thank you,
Yes,
thank you, thank you,
very
thank you,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
It looks like it. Yay.
Very fun.
It's peep, it's epic, it's peak, it's peam.
All right.
Every time Steven asked for updates, I was just like, it's peak. It's amazing. It's peak.
Peak.
Carry on.
Absolute
This
cinema.
room.
Semina?
Absolute what?
Cinema.
Kirsten Sinema?
Not what
Sumina?
she said.
Not what he said.
Not what you said. So,
The
Sumia.
Foundry is up. While everybody's pulling up
Oh, shit.
Foundry. Start a little recap. Music has not yet started because I want to save the music when we actually get to the Yimba Wilds. But you all, last session, you finished your talk with James, and then you discussed some stuff together on the way to Broggs to have a conversation and a drink last in Riddock before you all left. And as you were leaving, you found on your way there was a massive rock figure, like 20 feet wide,
Oh,
15
yeah.
feet tall, magma veins figure that said, saw you all, introduced themselves as the head priestess of the Kahar Temple, someone you all never met. Back when there was the whole Riddock arc of the Shadow Rooms for the three of y'all. And apparently you all had saved them from a kind of a cage that they were in, a very hot cage at the top of the temple, by a rogue individual named Rogue, who you all had met, who had some extremist views of how to worship Kahar and kind of had taken over the Kahar Temple. And so they are now reclaiming it. This individual rogue is now in prison for their crimes, and they were very pleased that you all helped them, which is so cool. You all got little charms of fire resistance, which two of you is not useful for, so maybe you can
Immediately
at some point. And I'll say you all went to Broggs, discussed some. James had said something very strange in Turlon's head, that they would see each other at night, which when you all went to bed, Turlon had a little chat with James in this weird infinite domain space, as James put it, where you are able to, if you get control of this ability, you are able to look into other places throughout the world and kind of spy in on other places when you're asleep, which James says that they are able to do. So, things to think about. You all woke up, traveled to Oade using the teleportation stone, and at the very last second, Felix did see what appeared to be a female elf bursting into the room and trying to grab you all before you all left, but you left, and you're not in Riddock anymore. You're in Oade. You made your ways to the Ultra Priest. You kind of told the Ultra Priest not everything, but a good amount of stuff. And we, the Ultra Priest essentially was, surprised at how prevalent everything is. They did want to bring up the point of essentially, if you all eventually get to the stage where, all this stuff is trapped beyond the Alkasan Barrier, all of these people, these billions of people from different planets, if you really open that door, which you all may consider on doing, the havoc that it could wreak could be great, because the Ultra Priest himself was part of a massive war between the gods. So, but he's a little biased because he is a deity. So, take it with a grain of salt, of course. But he did also bring up that it was odd, especially since only the thing that Turlon remembers of that red crystal disappearing and that pink glow seems to have the signs of Vedana, the First Order deity, the head of the era, the current prime First Order deity, which kind of shook his worldview a little bit, because he would assume as soon as the First Order deities learned about this stuff that it would be a big problem. and maybe it still is. Who knows if it's some auto detection system? Things that he's confused about, but he can't exactly ask her about, because that would be bad if they were wrong. So you've essentially left. We're going to begin the session with you all leaving the Ultra Priest. After your conversation with them, they wish you good luck. And you all are planning on heading to, at least teleporting to, the closest place to Dinzin, which is where Zelgradris apparently went to school there at the University of Dinzin and grew up there. So to see what Zelgradris was doing with this buried titan, perhaps trying to go there, and what's up with all of that. So you all are leaving the Ultra Priest. Where do you want to go? Do you want to just instantly try and find the at the teleportation hub and get to Dinzin? Is there anything else you would like to do in a way?
Do we need anything? I don't think so.
Nah, I want to go to Dinzin.
Let's go.
Go somewhere
You guys
new.
look a little different. You guys look a little bit different.
I've looked like this the whole time, man.
I've always looked like this.
I think I just got over a concussion. Okay.
You know what?
going
Honestly,
to-
me too.
I'm gonna turn to Vita. As Vita says, "Let's go to Dinzin." I turn over and I look at you, and my mouth doesn't move, but you hear my voice inside your head, in a way you're used to having heard before, say, "Yeah, I think it's a good idea. Let's get going to Dinzin." But you don't see my mouth move.
Why did you do that?
I'm already like looking away from you as I hear you. Like I turn around.
I'm looking at the other two.
What?
Well?
Sorry? What?
Why'd you just talk to me in my head?
What?
No, Turlon.
Oh.
I did not. Don't. Turlon, that's me laughing, not Turlon. I just said it out loud. Let's go to Dinzin. It's
What?
a good
The
idea.
other two hear that? There's no way they heard that. Your mouth didn't move.
No, you didn't
No.
hear that.
You all did not hear
No?
No,
I
but
mean, it's fine if you guys are talking in each other's heads, I guess. I don't.
They didn't even say
None of
anything.
my
I'm just like,
business.
why not just say that out loud? They just said, let's go, pretty much.
I don't know. Turn can make their own choices.
were they okay? You know what? Is there any? But we're right here. We're close to the archives.
All right,
Does
whatever.
anybody
Waiting for
want
one
to
of those
ask
snail
anything while we're
texts.
there?
No, not snails. What the fuck am I talking about? Sorry.
Archives?
Archives. Fuck.
Snails.
I don't
I don't
think
know
so.
why I said that. Yeah, did we ask about
Maybe-
the dead Titan last time?
Yeah, John asked about.
John
That's where
asked
we learn
about
what
the
Titans were, isn't it?
strongest things.
Yeah.
We learned
I
about
just
what they
heard
are, but what about
them.
the
I didn't
dead
know.
one?
I
that
kind of
was-
got an idea of where they were.
Oh, that
but-
specific one?
Yeah.
No.
Let's ask about that one. Maybe there's research
Sure.
about it.
I'm not going back in there. Last time I went
Oh
in
yeah,
there, I
didn't you
went
get
to
like
prison.
almost killed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
I'll go back in.
Oh yeah.
I just find I think both of us are as capable of escaping. if
I'll
something
give
bad
Turlon
happens.
a double take as we walk away. It's like, what was that?
Oh, I have more to say about this. I'm just petting my cat right now, letting you guys finish.
Onward.
As we
You
start
all-
walking,
Yep.
I'll turn back to Vita and I will say, I shake my head. Says, I'm sorry. You said you heard my voice inside your head, like when I responded to
Yes.
a message.
The others who said they didn't hear you, you did it in my head.
I'm gonna turn to Felix. I look at Felix, and say, you see my mouth not move, and you hear in your head exactly the same as like when Vita does message. You hear inside your head, is
Oh,
he?
God.
You didn't hear me?
What? Tarlon, is this new? Since when can you
they
always
do it
have done
again?
this? Yeah.
Stop doing that.
I stop walking. I take a step back. I turn around. I'm sorry. Am I doing anything? I'm just talking.
It's not impressive if you have the message spell. I've been able to do that for dozens of days. You don't have to just keep trying to use it.
I'm not. I put my
Same.
hands up. I'm not intentionally casting any spell.
Oh.
Are you
Okay,
hearing
say
my?
address something to the group. Make a general statement to the group.
I look to you guys. You see my mouth move, and you hear my voice say, "Hello. I promise I don't think the message spell is impressive." And I
Alright, now
laugh a little bit.
It's gotta be that
look-
mind stone in your head, right?
look at
Leaking
oh,
out.
man.
Holy.
Leaking into
I
your
want to
brain.
try as
Yeah, look
hard
at-
as I
look at
possibly
John.
can to think a message back to Turlon.
Okay, I look at you, and I say, you see my mouth not move, and you hear inside your head, "Hello, John."
Can I respond? Just DM
Yeah,
like
yeah.
You
I go, my name's not John, and then I just don't say anything else.
I see your mouth not move, and I take a step back.
You don't see my mouth at all.
Yeah.
That's true. I guess
You
that's a
can
good
tell.
point. That's a good point. I recognize that I don't hear it come through the helmet.
There we go.
There you go.
And I tilt my head and look at you. I say, "Well, that's interesting." And I turn back to Vita now, and I try very hard. Steven, I presume you've given me still a lot of flexibility over there.
Yeah.
I
go for
try.
it.
I'm gonna roll an Arcana check. Gotta get my guy up.
No.
Man, my microphone's detecting every little ass noise that I'm making like on my desk, but then it like stops listening to me speak mid sentence sometimes.
Okay, so
love
I rolled
that.
a natural one
Rough.
on my
Yes.
attempt to suppress whatever's happening. And I look to you, Vita, and again, you hear in your head like a message. You hear me say, "I'm trying to not do this, not speak in your head."
Well, why don't you go ask the archives about this while we're going? Because this is weird and it's annoying.
All right.
We should probably get that checked out.
Yeah, we're going. They have all the answers. Surely they'll know.
I tilt my head, maybe. That one out loud.
If there's any specific question, now that you guys can both apparently do this, just tell us while we're down there, I guess.
Well, if I can, I don't feel exceedingly in control of it.
You'll figure it out.
Yeah, they'll have a diagnosis. They have all history of people that have had this issue. They'll tell you.
I think for now I'm still gonna go with you guys, but I'll stop by the archives later.
Yeah,
We're going in now
archives.
because
Yeah.
John is gonna ask about the Titan.
Cool, let's go.
Hell yeah.
Get it.
You all
Wait-
make it.
wait a
to
second,
the
wait a
archives. You
second.
go for it.
Where is this? This is buried potentially in the Yimba wilds. Okay.
Yes, you all know that Zell Greydris was in the Yimba Wilds, and you know that it's been confirmed to you by Kahar that he knows that there is one buried around there, and then one in the Quaz Ocean, and he knows there was 3, and he doesn't know where the 3rd one is.
So maybe get all the details about the Zelgradris excavation Titan, like all that shit. Just they gotta have
Okay.
all that logged, right?
I'm just gonna say I want all the information you have on Zelgradris and the Titan buried in the Yimba wilds.
Okay.
Boom.
That's
Get around
probably
that one,
specific enough.
DM.
They pull out a gun.
They don't think you don't think they might count that as 2 things?
Sorry, the idea of one of these creatures being asked a question they can't answer, they like explode their own heads is so fucking funny. They just scream and die. Oh
Lord,
my
we're trying
god.
Tell us the answer to this arc before we start it. Right now.
Exactly. As you get there, John,
I just wanted hints.
you pose that.
I don't.
It does about the Titan and about Zelgradus. They do ask one of these little big-headed creatures that works at the archives wearing these blue robes. Says, you need to choose one or the other. That's too broad. You only get
Okay.
one question a day.
I'm sorry, I'm not in the mood. I don't say that, but I'm not in the mood. So what I'm gonna do
These
is,
guys.
wait, shh. Before I respond, I go, shh. You hear that? I think there might be a fly in here. And then I'm gonna clap as hard as I can, just in the middle of the air, like as hard as I possibly can.
Oh god.
as this clap echoes throughout the room, you see he quickly puts his hands up to his little ear holes in his head. It says, and he kind of slowly puts it away, and he looks up to you and says, Did you get it?
Wait. Is there a table nearby?
He's sitting at a desk right in front of you.
Wait. I don't know. So wait, I can only choose one of them?
He kind of slowly starts to lower his hand, and he says, yeah, either Zelgradris or this buried titan.
Okay. That's a tough... And then I'm going to punch the desk as hard as I possibly can.
What are you doing? This poor thing.
As you're within this giant Visir
So
vine,
the archives are closed for today.
you slam your fist into this just very simple wooden desk. Absolutely. Do you want to break it? Is that what you're going for? You're just trying
As hard as I can, man. As hard as I can.
There's no question. With your passive athletics check, you would absolutely be able to just smash through this table. You just slam your fist, and I'll say the little guy behind each of them, right, are these tunnels of water that get you up into the archives, as is the case throughout many of these Visir vines. You're able to travel through these columns of water. He jumps back so much out of fear that his body just shoots up into the water as you slam into the desk. And the desk is now broken clean in half, by the way, like almost as if it was lasered in half with how clean it was. Like it's when you punch like the back of a cardboard box and it just cuts right down the middle of where the tape was. It's exactly like that. It's split into in the middle. And I'll say in this little cubby that you're in, you do see some people that have just been walking into the archives kind of glance over at you, and they kind of just stop as they, behind you, looking in at you, just smashed in this desk with the guy just disappearing into the tube.
Okay. I wait for him to come back.
I'll say after about like...
And I look around at the people watching and go, there's a fly. I'm trying to get it. Sorry.
All of them kind of just nod their head just a little bit and just continue on as they see this man who just smashed a desk right in the middle of just one punch. They continue on their ways. He eventually comes back after about a minute or so, and comes back down, and he kind of starts drying himself off as his eyes are wide looking at you, and he says, give me a deception check to see if he still believes the fly. Or you can do intimidation if you want to and get your point across. It's up to you if you want to continue.
Wait, okay, if we're doing intimidation, there's one more thing I want to do then, but right before that, that's okay.
You can absolutely do that. What do you want to do to intimidate him?
I go, oh, you're back. I'm sorry, I saw the fly on the desk and I tried to get it, but I think I missed again. Wait. Move. It's right on the side of your head.
He starts back.
I extend my hand and I just say, I'll be really gentle. I'm just gonna smack it. And I just kind of wind up my hand like a couple of times and go, yeah, so I really can't, is it, okay, so I understand I can't see that. And then I'm just gonna hold it here. And now I'll roll intimidation.
Go for intimidation.
He's not going to give you two answers, dude.
This poor guy's
but what if? This is worth it.
No, he's going to use boss to nuke you from orbit. That's what's going to happen.
It's so worth it.
He should
have. It's going to be a nat one. Watch this shit.
Shitting himself right now.
Boom.
Right down the middle, still with a 24.
Perfectly average.
I will say that he says, No, I get you want to see two things, but do you have any friends at all that you could... It's really a big rule here that you only see one thing. I don't think there's a fly. Please, is there any way that we can't break the one rule that we have here and you just have one of your friends research the other thing?
Oh yeah, I got friends outside. Hang on, I'll be right back. And then I come in and I grab Felix.
Okay.
And yeah, so I can only ask one question. There's
Okay.
a fly. So basically, if you want to ask about the Titan, I can ask about Zelgradris. And
Okay.
you know, we'll just have to mention they're kind of linked to each other, so they give
Put
us
him
that
through
relevant
this for
information.
nothing.
Okay. Yeah, you go first. I'll.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All
Okay,
right.
so
I
you
come
ask-
back
Yep.
and I go, okay, yeah, sorry. I don't know where that thing went. Anyway, so my question is, I want as much information as you have about a person named Zelgradris who was working on a Titan in the Yimba Wilds, or associated with a Titan in the Yimba Wilds.
They kind of nod their head and they say, I think this individual has been asked about before. There's been several Zelgradrises in our history, but I'm assuming it's one that was asked about 40 or so days ago.
Maybe, I don't know.
Kind of nods his head. Well,
Oh, I think I see that fly again.
let's
Come on.
let's go to this Zelgradris. Maybe this is the one that you're talking about. And he kind of leads you up into the water tube. Has to hold your hand, and he's kind of very shakily puts his hand out for you to follow him into the tube. And you go up into the vines. Once again, these very just massive floors, like this entire, these rooms are like 1,000 feet wide. These vines are so massive. Into one of these rooms where you were led down these series of bookshelves. Excuse me. He kind of climbs up, gets a book, comes back down, and you are presented all of the records on Zelgradris, and you have about you're looking at these 2 pages of paper, and excuse me, there are kind of in quarters different articles about Zelgradris. The top left one doesn't appear to be an article; it actually appears to be in writing of something, just facts about Zelgradris. So, one freaking moment. You learn that Zelgradris was born on day 17,133 of the 18th era of Jukum, which is the last previous era. He is one of 4 sons. He lived in an elvish settlement called Holst that was in the western Yimba Wilds growing up, and his family owned a cocoa farm. And I can copy and paste all this in.
Villain.
Well.
He's a villain.
Yeah, that'd be
From
good.
birth.
We were
So-
Nestle.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
say that.
What?
We
Show
had
me
a
a
good
good
thing.
cocoa farmer. Show me a
had a
good,
good thing
kind
going.
cocoa farmer.
Had a good thing going. I'll say,
I ruined it.
you see,
The forest creatures for cheap labor.
you see an article that he won an award in the University of Dinzin Historical Department. An award for outstanding field research, discovered a previously unknown Pell settlement. P-E-L is the name of the settlement. You see that there more in the facts, I'll say, in the basic infos. You see that he lives in a small house about 10 miles north of Dinzin by a lake. And he lived with his husband Ty Gradris and one daughter Elika. And you see,
Oh my God, Vita has a kid,
one of the
Ah,
articles.
and Vita's gay.
His
I've
poor,
said that
poor
before at some
children.
point, I think.
His poor
Forgot.
kids. Kid.
that poor daughter.
Wait. So born on the year
They're probably dead
17,133,
by now.
Yep.
era of Jukum. How long ago was that? What day are we on?
So the era of Jukum lasted, using our new Timeland channel, lasted
Yo!
until 43,000. So in terms of years since then, just to give you all like a sense of scale, it has been, some quick math here.
Oh my god. Yeah.
A
Wait,
while.
37 eras of Adana.
Yeah,
Oh
it's like
Christ. Oh
28.
shit.
It's like 28,000 days. So that's like there's 2.5 years for every 1,000. So yeah, it's been like 60 years since Zell
Oh
Grangers was born.
god.
60,
Vita's kid
70
is
years.
dead.
That's nothing for a pointy years.
They're probably
Yeah.
dead and moved away.
That's fair.
Hopefully.
You never know.
Dead first and then moved away.
Yeah.
And
Their bodies
what was
are
the name of
shipped
their
away.
You
child?
never know in Sumia.
Elyka, Elyka.
Like
And then
like
it
Electra.
is,
Me like some cran bread.
yeah,
Sorry.
and then Ty
Sorry.
Grangers.
Every session, Cranbread has to get inserted somehow.
I'm gonna kill John just so I can have a character from that empire, and they're gonna go Cranbread. What the fuck is Cranbread? Nobody eats that shit.
Nobody likes that.
Yeah.
That'd
No
be kind
one
of
likes
sick,
it.
actually.
Going to Japan saying, I love California roll!
Yeah.
And the
Hey,
final
don't try to
article.
appropriate my fucking culture, okay? I'm the only Watati in here.
True that. The final article
We
you
just
see
got John Art and he dies.
is a big missing title at the top. It's kind of like this snippet of an article, missing. You see a basic sketch of a face that kind of looks like Vita. And it says, was last seen in Terus hiring a group of expert miners, reportedly looking for a buried titan. And Terus, I'll say,
Legally, I'm sure. I'll buy the book.
I'm
all
sure.
Buy the
Vita was
company.
hiring miners?
With an E, I'm sure.
with
With
an E, with an E, it does say an E.
Dude, there's
Who
another
doesn't
one
love
almost every
chocolate?
day.
Chocolate
Uh,
makes everyone happy.
So this is why
Which-
Vita got banished.
What you all learn about, what you all know about Terus, I'll say, John, you know about Terus, is it is a large town, I believe. Let me see if it's a city or not. No, it is a city in the Yatak Flats that is to the west of y'all. So it is not in
probably
the
a couple
Yimba
billion
Wilds,
people live there.
but it is to the west of y'all. Now that's the last time he was seen. That does not mean that's where the buried titan was.
He's probably in the pit, dude.
Could be.
I'm right here.
So that's
We're also getting a little close to the pit.
Yeah, you all are
Good.
getting close to the pit.
We
I'll
should
say
take a
that
visit to the pit after Dinza.
I'll
Let's do
say
it.
that that's
Yeah.
everything you learn about Zell Creatures. I will copy that
Okay.
kind of info into the.
Appreciate it. I was
Thank you,
taking
Steven.
notes,
Thank you,
but
Steven.
if
Thank you,
you're
Steven.
gonna
Thank you,
copy
Steven.
Yep.
That's good.
And just for reference, I'm not going to be much help because I told Steven, I was like, I don't want to make any backstory. I want to have no memory. So Steven
That's awesome.
has created all of this.
That
I
is
don't
cool.
know
I don't
any of
believe you, but that is cool.
So, quick question before you move on to the next set
Sure.
of questions. John, when you came out, did you like take Felix with you, and you guys were like, it's just me and Vita waiting outside?
Yeah, because I thought you were trying to
Okay.
figure out this mind stuff.
Cool. Well, I want to confirm that before I try to talk to Vita. So at some point, I'm going to, while you guys are away, I'm going to say to Vita, and this time fully out loud with sound.
Good.
Oh yeah.
So, if I really can cast that spell like you do, how is that? Because I know how to do this, and I take out the mirror, and I like reflect a part of my arm for a second and like wave to you.
Yeah.
It just kind of comes naturally. Is it the same for you to cast a spell like that?
Yeah, well, I have to be, Ori has to put it into my brain, but once it's in my head and I can do it, it's like nothing. I could destroy this whole place right now with fire, and I could command someone and go run into it.
That's all.
That'd
That's
be
all
easy.
nice and good. What is it? I know it's a stupid question, but what does it feel like to you? Do you feel anything? And I don't mean like tap my head, like emotions. I mean, does it feel like you're doing anything? Like when
I
you
don't
pull
feel
a heavy
anything.
object and you feel your muscles.
No, I don't feel anything. I feel like I want to do something. I want to do it, and then it happens. And the only thing I feel is that, maybe after I do it, I feel that I can't do it again. So it's not that like my muscles are tired, but I feel that there's some resistance I have that like I just know I can't do it again for that day. But the
Right.
act of doing it is just, I want to do it.
If you want to do it, I like close my eyes. I'm still gonna roll for it because it's funny. I close my eyes and I mutter to myself in Elvish. I want to send Vida a message, and then I am going to roll an Arcana.
Come on.
Boom.
That's pretty good.
Okay, yeah, I'll take that. So I open my eyes and I look at you and I say I wave my hand, sort of like not even like I know there's not a somatic spell, but like Turlon waves their hand thinking they have to do something. And then you hear in your head, I am casting a message to you, Vida, you may respond.
And I'll respond. I'll say, see, just like that. Now, if you try and think about something way crazier, more powerful, and eventually you'll be able to do crazy shit.
Huh. I need to get at least a 25. I'm gonna roll an Arcana check. It's your fault. Where's my character?
Another secret death spell.
I lost it.
Kills Vita.
I'll be
Spell it
all right.
fucking kills you.
Been holding
Uh-oh.
back this whole time.
Okay.
That's at least 25.
Yeah.
Yeah. I go ahead and Steven, you said I have pretty free reign in how to describe how this looks.
Go for it.
I put my hand out and I kind of pointed at the ground. And I muttered to myself, something crazy. And you see
Oh god.
ever so slightly, it's like I'm levitating. Like just like a quarter of an inch off the ground. As I put my hand out. And you see like little blips of light appear in front of my hand. And it's like one or two or
Whoa.
three, and then suddenly they sort of crystallize into like what look like sewing needles, and then they suddenly, with a bunch of speed, right to the ground.
Whoa.
I don't know.
What
If
was
that's
that?
crazy, but that was pretty cool.
You could definitely kill somebody with that. That was pretty good.
I'll have to try that sometime.
Yeah, I'm not even going to tell the others you can do that. I'm going to let it be a big surprise. You save one of their lives or something.
Let's hope it's helpful. Anyway, that's
Yeah.
all. That's all I had.
Fucking crazy times for Turlon. What do you go and ask for, Felix?
I want as much information about the location of the Titan that Zelgradris was going to look for. Doesn't have to be like, this is where it is. I just want what he had, or what was known about it.
Yes, what was known to the archives. I will say
Yeah.
that as you ask about that, through some deliberation, you figure out, it's trying to ask which Titan are you talking about? And
You mean there's more than one, man?
there are 3 that you know of.
In the Yimba,
We
I mean
know
the one in
this.
the Yimba
Oh,
Wilds.
Yeah, exactly. That's where you got to the point that, okay, it's one that's near the Yimba Wilds. Information that you know about it.
Just ask me a bunch. I like to imagine he asks a bunch of leading questions, and it's kind of a little hard to figure out how relevant they are to what I'm asking. It's just like a weird personality test.
He's got a lot of information in his head. And you once again go through the whole charade of going up these water spouts and dry yourself off, and you go into a section of the library where there are just shelves and shelves, but a bunch of parts of the shelves are labeled in common for various areas throughout Sumia. You see different names of towns and areas, but also just regions. And so you get to a point where you are given a book, and it looks like this book looks like almost a journal of journals that you would carry around. It doesn't seem to have a title or anything like that. And as you kind of open up the first page, you see that this is the journal of some individual. If you want their name, you can, but I will just say, just to you all as players, it's just a random individual. It's not someone that's important for you all. But you do see that it is. Sorry, one moment. You do see that it is in the 6th era of Jukum, which you would know based off of just general facts, as that is the era after the 2nd era of Kosa. You see that this is someone's perspective of that time. It's kind of the beginning days of that era. And it is someone who is nearby where they saw one of they keep having these dreams. I'll put it this way. You're reading through, and for a while it is just, oh, I had some bread today, it was really good bread. Man, it's crazy that, things are so different now. You see some descriptions of what things were like during the 2nd era of Kosa. Various monsters roaming around, how it was kind of terrifying, and now it's just way more chill. But something that keeps popping up is this individual keeps having dreams of a time during the 2nd era of Kosa for something that they saw. And what they saw was a incredibly massive beast, a beast, they keep describing it as the size of a mountain, roaming, made entirely out of stone, roaming the world. He would just see it on the horizons. And what he saw that day, which has kind of almost been burned into his mind, was a massive beam of light that originated from the heavens above, from the sun almost, but it was nighttime. The sky was darkened, there was clouds, and this massive beam of light shone down onto this creature. It appeared to be forcing it down, and it slowly just shrank, and the earth was shaking around this individual as this being far off in the distance, but still filling up way too much of the field of view for how big this creature was. Almost looking at a mountain in the distance, slowly started to sink into the ground as it seemed to be reaching up, trying to hold back from the light that was pushing it into the ground. So you see this description a couple of times with a few details here and there that are added together, but you see essentially that based off of the description of this creature and where it was, it seems like this individual was in the Yimba wilds. And it seems as though wherever this, which you only can assume is a Titan being described, is buried, is nearby to the mountains that are to the north of the Yimba wilds. Basically, the same mountain range that you all have been on the other side of at Vaku's Peak. So in the Sumia map, it is that same mountain range, but
so they're down here, right?
It could be
on
anywhere
this
on this southern ridge of
South
the
ridge.
Yimba wilds.
Okay.
Basically, anywhere on this side.
Okay.
Good.
So
That is useful information.
So
Thank
it
you.
is somewhere along the mountains ridge.
Okay.
That's a long range, maybe. Okay.
And better than just having, oh, he went north.
No, for
Yeah.
sure. But at the same time, we just got to figure out then,
I also relay this back to the others, obviously, when I get back.
kind of cool. We get to do a little Indiana Jones archaeology expedition.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow. How'd you do that?
John, that's very
That was
impressive.
burping.
Jesus.
That was a crazy sound. What?
That was a good sound. All right.
It's
Your
recorded.
webcam froze. Like presumably it was too much to handle that burp.
Yeah. Well, it was gagging from the smell.
I'm kind of still brainstorming what I want to ask. Mita, if you have something you want to ask.
I'm not going back in there.
But you know, I'm going
I
back
almost died
in there.
last time.
Okay, yeah, I suppose that's fair.
Oh my god.
I suppose that's
Yeah. I'm gonna. So I want to ask. I would like the opinion of the group, and it's weird. I would have this conversation in character, but just I don't feel like it. Doing the voice right now. It's just I want to ask about James saying I can see through like basically scry people is kind of what he implied, like in dreams. And I
Yeah.
don't really know how to ask about. A, I don't know how to ask about that linguistically. B, I don't know how cautious we should be about sharing with this archives things that are probably Alkasan related powers. It's like
Yeah, that's what I don't know. If, like,
because
how-
I can not I can just not ask about it entirely if we're worried.
I mean, you could just ask like, "Hey, what do you know about like scrying through dreams or something?" Because it's like there's magic and shit. Scrying is like a real thing you can do in this world, so it's not
Yeah, as long as I don't
crazy.
like attach it to the idea of some mystic.
As long as you don't say,
power.
"Do you know about this psychic power given to me by an alien?" As long as you just keep it to like the dream scrying, because that's using terms and ideas that already exist in like a safe way.
I think
Okay,
it's best.
yeah. Once you guys come back, I will say, "Oh, you guys were gone for a while. Anything happen in there?"
Oh, there's a fly.
Oh,
Oh,
Vivi, you're the
did you
kid.
get it? Did you get it?
What?
Okay, have I mentioned I had a kid at one point offhandedly? I feel like I did, but I forget.
You might have, and then we all said you're lying, and then didn't.
Yeah.
Very
the
well
archives
could
I
have
said
don't
been.
remember.
the archives said
This would have been.
Zelgrade just had
I'll
a
just
kid.
say, oh yeah, I know. Yeah, they're probably dead or something by now, though. It's fine.
Well, that's
You're an elf, right?
Yeah, they're probably not dead. No, they're probably still relatively young.
That was we did
No,
that was
80 years, 60 years.
no,
No, that's not true.
no.
60. It was 60 years ago. That's like pittance for an elf.
I'm very young, and I'm only what 35 solstices old at this point.
Mhm.
It's not that many days.
You also have some brothers,
Some
and you have 3 brothers, presumably.
Mhm.
Yeah.
brothers.
You grew up. I'm just going down the list of basic info, but we also have a lead now because we know you grew up in the place called Holst.
Yeah, I knew that.
In the
Yeah.
Oh,
By the
okay.
lake, right?
Yeah.
That's where
Yep.
you grew. That's where you were with Ty, is by a lake.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we also
I'm not worried about
swabbed the inside of your mouth and we did a DNA test and we found out you're actually 10% orcish. So,
Oh
Wow,
my god.
that's unfortunate.
What?
What?
Kidding.
did you know that?
Sounds awesome.
And you apparently hired a bunch of kids. So I don't know what that's about, but
That's
Yeah.
fine. I'm sure it was for a good reason.
Yeah,
minors.
probably.
You were
Like
hiring
what?
a bunch of minors or something. So
Yeah, I'm sure it was for a good reason.
yeah, probably. Anyway, so now we know where to kind of go.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Titan is supposedly along like the southern edge of the mountains.
Okay, so we'll find those
North of where
kids
we're
all
going.
grown up now. We'll ask them where they went on their expedition to find
Surely
it.
they'll recognize. I kind of pause, remembering your skin is purple. Surely they'll recognize the father.
I don't think so. I look completely different.
Well, not like the children. The
Do you
people he
think
hired.
Vita's daughter has stayed in that town for like since he
60
went
years?
missing?
Sorry.
Yeah,
There's
60
Definitely
plenty
not.
years.
of people who don't
Thousands and
leave
thousands
when
of
they're
days.
born.
We've been to so many towns and it's only been a few days.
I think
I'm
we
a
are
bit of
the
a special
exception
case.
though, yeah.
But
Maybe
I'm
I
gonna
don't know.
I'm gonna
There's
go ask them about dream scrying.
I don't think
now.
there's any way.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to, and I'll turn back to you. I'll try my best to get the fly, and
Yeah.
I will.
It's a real big one. Can't miss it.
I will go into the room. Is the desk still broken?
Yeah, I'll
Or did
say
they
that
replace it?
the desks have
they keep sending you. Isn't there more than one?
Yeah, there's like a whole line of them. You notice one of the coveys
Perfect.
where there is normally an individual, there is no desk or individual there. It's kind of been blocked off with a little barrier.
I take note of that, and I go
I wonder
ask
why
the
that's
question.
there.
So I think the exact question I ask is, what? I would say, how might I want to get this exactly right. What do you know about dream scrying? Scrying through dream.
They would.
Arrest
They
you
would
for
ask.
question.
They would ask with that question, I mean, a history of it, or examples of people that can do it, or just an overarching description of that ability?
An overarching description of the source for which people who have reported having dream scrying ability, how they got it from. So, like, a wizard gets their magic through studying. This person was granted to it by a patron, that kind of thing. Like a chart of people who have had that ability and how they might have gotten it.
So you were led up into the archives, and you are given a book that appears to be kind of just an overarching outline of the history and description of oracles. You see that there are various people that, mostly in terms of the source of them, seem to be granted some power through some divine being. Most of the divine beings, or like most of the gods, I should say, I keep saying divine beings. Most of the gods that kind of grant these powers are typically the Wabena, which is the god of truth. That is typically the deity that looks down, and those that are super devout to him will be given these oracle type powers where they can see either into the future or into other events that are taking place throughout Sumia and throughout the world. Kind of see premonitions, can feel things before they happen. So it seems like the description of what you're talking about, at least, is normally divinely given. I'll say in the cases where it's not, it has always eventually gotten to the point of divine. Like any stories where you hear about some oracles that seemingly did not, were not followers of some divine power beforehand, eventually find their way towards some deity. Most of them, again, being Vena. But it could be really any deity. You see a whole.
Can you say that name again? I want to make sure I'm
deities.
hearing it right, because it
Yeah.
sounded different the two times you said it. Wabena.
I'll put it.
I didn't hear the "w" the second time, so I was like,
What?
Wabena.
So,
also, to be a super pedant, you said see throughout time and the world. That meant Sumia, right? Not like some
yes,
weird
it's
niche
specifically
reference to other planet.
It specifically says
Okay.
Sumia.
Good. I was gonna be like, is this a fucking reference to planets in my archives? Okay.
Nope, couldn't be.
Neat.
Thank God.
Neat. Thank God. Finally, one thing that's not related to the Alkasan Barrier.
Yes.
Yes.
So I'm going to leave, and I'm going to go up to them and I say, well, I asked about a history of people who've reported this ability to sort of see into the future, either through dreams or through some sort of other means. And oracle, the term oracle came up a lot. Seemingly power granted to someone, usually for their devout attended worship to deity, usually Wabina. But there was some.
Well, that's frightening.
There was some indication that I don't. Obviously, especially what we've seen, I can't doubt the existence of the deities, but I've never been particularly partial to anyone in particular. But it seems to say that those who have been granted these kinds of powers, who are not a follower of the gods, usually become a devout one given time.
Well, I mean, perhaps this is presumptuous of me, but there's no way that whatever you have, is not from Wabina. There's no way. And that's not good, I think, because that means we have no idea. We got no idea what that is. Why you can now suddenly speak into our minds, and it's not the one God that says I can make you speak and see shit. Like seeing through people's dreams.
Right. Sorry, just make sure I understand what the narrative framing of what you're saying. You're saying that it doesn't seem like it's Wabina and that's bad.
It started presumably because there's now a mind crystal growing in your skull or something.
That's true.
You have had a connection to the mind crystal for the entire time we've known you, and
Well,
the mind crystal is obvious. Like Wabina is not fucking with that, and is not paying close
Real.
attention to you. So, whatever whoever gave this to you is not the one documented person or creature who does this, which means it's something new. And the whole talk of they eventually become followers of Wabina is not. I mean, we know how controlling they are now. It's not a very good sign. Whatever their power was, just subsumed into the cult of Wabina.
Is Wabina second or third?
Second.
Second. Yeah, that's and I
Question.
sort of turned to John.
Now I don't get this stuff, but presumably, if this power is not coming from Wabina, is James also able to do it? Scrying dreams.
Seemed to imply that James said that in my dream, James told me they have owned the power over some time, and they've done it before,
So-
and that's what they were doing to talk to me last night.
Maybe it's less ominous. Maybe it's not coming from stone inside your brain or something else. Maybe it's just sort of some innate power that Wabina sort of claims when
That's
they
the
realize
ideal
it's
version.
not under their control. But
Yeah, I kind of ponder that for a second. Turlon purses their lips, turns back to you, Felix. I think if this does not come from Wabina, I think you're right. I think it is something very sinister. Which is why, and I turn to John, I hope you're right. I suppose we
But-
shall see with time.
maybe I am, maybe I'm not. We'll find out. But I pat Turlon on the back and I go, "It'll be all right."
And please, I have total faith that if it's not alright, you could snap me like a twig if you needed to.
Yeah,
So
I'd kill you.
it'll be fine.
I wouldn't
I-
It'll be
hesitate
fine.
if the
I turn-
need came.
I turned to Vita. These Vita has someone to cast messages back and forth with now. I suppose having that be a two-way communication actively between two people could be very useful.
I guess so. I'll just have to find some new spells that only I can do. Sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure that you said you get the spells from Ori, right?
Yeah, from Kahar through Ori.
I don't know why I got these. Maybe one day I'll get to choose like you.
You might have an Ori somewhere. Just a little shy. My theory.
I pull out my
That's my theory.
and I grab a jar of some pickled dead creature. It's right here. This
Could
is
be.
Ori.
Maybe.
Put it away.
Oh.
You never know. Ori's like on your shoulder, like what?
Don't
If
pickle
you
me.
if you find an Ori, I'm going to stomp it into a thin paste.
It's a little
We can only have one of these
pain.
things. They already
Don't
pissed me
listen
off
to him,
enough.
Ori. Don't listen to him.
No, you're the limit, bud. All right. The last one got what it got.
Or he climbs underneath Vita's hat.
Aw.
Just stay under there.
You
Vita says that
all-
as if he's uniquely nice and kind to Ori more so than everyone else.
How dare you be mean to my son? Only I can.
Yeah.
That's my job.
Only one person can strangle Bart.
Me.
Let's go to
Alright.
Denson. No, we're doing
Boy.
Simpsons.
You,
Fucking-
Let me use the bathroom real quick while we didn't it up.
Dins in it up.
Or
Sorry,
wait, should we go to
I'm really
Toulouse? That's a bigger city. Wait, now that we know more info,
Good if you
isn't
want.
that weird?
That
You
is
would
where
No,
that
Dinzin,
is
because
where
Dinzin has more.
Toulouse is
guys
where
do.
Zelgradris was last seen. That doesn't
Yeah.
mean it's anywhere near there.
Just straight. It's. Do you want to be called Zelgradris? You're not the same person.
No,
I mean,
not me.
it's like. It's like the ship of Schmezius. You know, have you ever heard that?
I might have actually. Yeah, you take
Yeah.
the pieces and you change them, and then is it still the ship of
Is it
Schmezius?
still the same? Yeah, it's still the
Yeah.
same ship of Schmezius. Yeah.
I know that one.
Well, okay. You're probably not. You know, you're not Schmezius anymore.
What specifically was in Dinsen again? I forget. Like,
That's where
or is it-
that's where Zelgracius went to college, and also I think where they grew up. That's where their family.
And then
Where they
okay, okay.
live.
Just
based on
last
the
scene in
leads.
Toulouse.
Yeah,
Okay,
the last
got
scene
it.
in Toulouse to
Yeah.
recruit people to go.
Got
Honestly,
it.
like
So-
directly north, probably. Not directly.
Now
Can I
that's
ask-
that's where they for last scene. Were they living there, or were they just there?
They weren't living there. I'm just saying he went to the population center to recruit stupid
Okay.
adventurers.
Can
I
can
don't
I
know.
talk to a vein breaker or somebody when we're talking to them about the teleportation
You may. There are.
at that point?
Do you want a vein breaker or you want a Zaroon guard?
Whoever the whoever, I don't know. I thought it was only the vein breakers, but whoever we would talk to, easy most.
Yeah, in the
Typical.
teleportation room, there are some Zaroon guards that you can talk to.
Okay, yeah. Can I say? So I'm asking like, so how does this all work? You send us one place, and then we take a stone, and we can come back just to Wade. I mean, can we have stones to go to different places, or is it more of a one way back?
Give me your stones.
They look at you, and they understand you all are the storm hunters, and they say, you can use it. Essentially, from the way we've figured it out, is these stones. There's some powerful, arcane users in the vein breakers that are able to make it so when you use the stone, one of the times you come here, but when you use it to the other time, it sends it to wherever we found it originally. So if you wanted to go to Dinsen, for example, we'd have to find the stone that's closest to that. And when you use it, you would go there. And when you use it again, you would come back to where you were here previously, where it's been
Okay.
kind of programmed to be. If you wanted multiple, we could give you multiple. It's just if you use one to go to Dinsen and then you use another to go to Toulouse, again, as close as you can get, then the next time you would use those would send you back to here. It kind of points down.
That's fine. Okay, yeah. Can we just get some for both of the places because we're kind of interested in both?
Absolutely. Then I'll say that he's kind of looking through. He says the closest one that we have to Dinsen is probably going to be about 60 miles to the northeast of Dinsen. Closest one to Toulouse, unfortunately, is about 120 miles west of Toulouse. Those are probably the closest ones we got.
120. What's the
Fine.
difference between Dinsen and Toulouse? Is it
Way-
greater or less than
120.
120?
Way more.
Way more.
Oh, okay.
It's about
Wow.
400 miles.
Oh
between
my
the two
God.
of them.
Yeah. Okay, well that's still good then. So yeah,
Alright,
okay.
that's good.
Well, I guess we'll be on our way to Dinsen, but we'll just keep the Toulouse ones in our little bag here, and
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, you go.
we're with the vein breakers, right?
You're right above the vein breaker's base if you wanted to speak
And
to
we're
the vein
talking to
breakers.
one of them at least.
Walking to one of the Zaroon guards that's in the teleportation room that's above the
Alright.
vein breaker's base.
Don't need to role play like going in and out of the base, but I want to go in there and just basically be like, yeah, you guys sent me a message a while ago about somebody apparently attacking the vein breakers HQ,
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
and you killed him. What
Mhm.
was that?
Let me check my emails.
What you are described, or what you are told, we'll say you're told by just some of the people in the vein breakers. You don't see Sir Ross anywhere. That was his name, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Surat
the
or
leader.
Surat. Yeah.
The leader. You do not see him
Siraj.
around. Yeah. You are talking to one of them, and they said that apparently there was this dude who had this metal leg and a metal arm with this prong on the end of it that like sparked up that was breaking down the kind of the elevator that leads to the vein breakers, was just punching the shit out of it. And I'll say, as you all made your way, you can see in the elevator that you all have taken up and down, there are a bunch of cracks. It seems very recently repaired, but there's still some visible cracks in it. And was able to break the elevator and drop into the vein breakers. But luckily, there were, dozens of vein breakers around, and it was a pretty handed victory where they were able to overpower them. Luckily, none of the vein breakers died, but it appeared to be a 10 cuts member, which is on their arm that was not a metal arm. You could see that there were 6 marks across. So a level 6 individual appeared to be looking for someone named Sarnalor, which you all do not know who that is. And had broken into, or no, was looking for someone named Alden, which you all know who Alden is, and was
Yeah, I know
breaking
that guy.
down.
Dead motherfucker.
Was breaking in, was quickly dealt with, but was just kind of confused because Alden was like the previous person. So it seems like, who knows how they got all the way there, and why they were there specifically. But yeah, it seems like there was a quick attack, but was quickly dealt with because there were so many people in the vein breakers.
Okay. Well, probably nothing.
No, there goes the Alden storyline.
Yep, gone. So, I genuinely wanted to see if that was gonna if there's anything else
He's
to
back.
garner from that, but it was
Luckily,
all right. Whatever. Alden death. Good riddance. Well, that's all I had to say. Let's fucking teleport.
You all get the stone. You all grab onto it, and again, those Alkasan rooms start to go around you as you slowly begin transitioning towards wherever the Yimba wilds are, which is very strange for all of you, as you all have never been as far south as the Yimba wilds. But as you slowly start the space around you, again, this process takes like 30 seconds, as the space around you slowly fades away from kind of this elevator room of various teleportation stone rooms. You start to begin to see greenery around you. These large, gnarled-looking trees that kind of rise up a good 60 to 70 feet and curve over to create this green canopy above. You start to hear the sounds of various birds, creatures, croaks, scratches, things rustling through leaves as you begin to come into the space, as the sound of the vein breakers starts to go away, as the Yimba wilds start to take cold. I'm going to play some jungle noises for you. And the
Please
fantasy
be only
app.
chimpanzee noises.
It's not.
It's not music. Link's music.
Is it coming through? Because it looks different on my end now.
Yeah,
Let me
it's not
reload.
safe.
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. You all.
You guys can hear stuff?
No, I see it. It's
I
just like a
can't hear
big
it.
blue
I see
ice
it.
cube.
We got the obelisk from
Can't hear
2001:
it.
Space Odyssey.
Yeah. Okay.
The Tesseract.
The background noise for Alex Craig is very funny because it's only you only hear it when he presses a button, but it sounds like screaming every time it happens. You don't need to mute; it's barely there. It's just really funny. Every once in a while, ah!
Ah! Ah!
See, it's gone now. I don't know what that was.
Ah!
It was freaking out for a moment.
You
The
finished?
cube.
Okay.
The slab.
I could tell Alex Craig pulled up the slab because his face went
My
bright
face
blue.
is, yeah.
Me
Wait,
pondering
hold
my
on. That looks
slab.
great. That looks great.
Everyone, slab. Ponder your slab. Get your slab up. Any slabbers?
Yeah. This is
Yes.
awesome.
The slabbers.
The slabber.
I caught my dog slabbing the other day, and I had to put.
You had to
Damn.
what? You cut out.
Had to put him down.
Dude, we put LaFleur in a slab sandwich. Check that image in general. Poor guy.
Slab sandwich.
Oh, wow.
Oh, dude, no.
He's the sandwich. You're
Oh.
the slab bread.
Slab bread, my new favorite delicacy.
Slab bread.
Dude, Craig in that photo looks like he's being hypnotized, man. He looks like he's.
What?
He's so happy.
Oh.
And fucking Kevin looks like that one dude on r/not interesting where he goes, I can imagine anything.
I can
Imagine
imagine
anything.
anything. That's
Yeah,
such a
not imagined.
God. The slab.
Return the slab. So what are we doing?
Not hear
Trying to fix the
jungle
music right
noises?
now.
Sadly, no.
Nope.
What'd they do to this damn website?
What did they do, dude? I try and hit the share link, and just nothing works. It's crazy.
Where do we go? What do we do?
I can imagine jungle noises.
Yeah, I can.
Just look up jungle noises.
Yeah.
I
That's
will
the
do
best. That's
I
the
will
best I
do
can do right now.
That's okay.
I try and open it up, and it freaks out. So I'm just gonna play it on my end. You all play jungle noises, but do
Yeah,
some
I'm pulling up my
obnoxious
Costa
jungle
Rica.
noises. Not obnoxious.
Play some.
Not too obnoxious.
Wait, yeah. Okay.
But decently obnoxious, because this is a loud place.
I'm
that
gonna
you
play
all are
very
entering.
classical jungle noises where they use the kookaburra for some fucking reason. There you go.
Alright, I'm going to activate the Sumia map, Foundry, and
Oh!
drag you all to where you all are.
Whoosh. You got different speeds. The hell?
Yeah, I don't know why it's not exact.
Is it using our actual character movement speed?
Well, it was like it was changing. It was like a race. Some were moving, some were ahead, and then
It's very interesting. Okay,
pretty close to the Ram tornado.
yep, everyone's got jungle music. We're here. I'll figure that out later, dude.
Don't worry about it.
Don't
It's
worry about it.
alright, man.
You all finish this teleportation, and it's a very interesting feeling, because throughout the time you slowly start to feel more and more of the other environment as you see and hear it. You can almost smell it as well, but as soon as Awade has fully disappeared, it really fully sets into yourself that you are in a gnarled jungle atmosphere. You can hear the sounds like you're hearing now of creatures that you have never seen, you cannot see right now, you've never heard before, just hooting and hollering off in the distance. The sight around you, there is a thick canopy above you of these deep greens. Barely a little bit of sunlight just peeking through. You can see just the trees around are not the straight trees that you all are used to with the Tilgi forest, but they're gnarled and rooted, and you can see exposed roots sticking out of this thick mud as your feet kind of sink into this ground. There's not grass, leaves, it's just this moss, this wet moss that's all around. And you see kind of off in the distance, it's kind of difficult to see in a far away place in the Yimba wilds because there's just this ever-present fog that is throughout this environment. So even trying to see like 100 feet into the distance is just kind of this gray, white mist that is obscuring your vision. That's just ever flowing and moving. And I'll say for the temperature for you all, it feels humid, but not overly hot, but you feel yourself start to sweat. It's just kind of this thick atmosphere around you, even
it's
though
the worst
it's not like 100 degrees out. It's probably
No,
like
man,
70
I'm like-
degrees. But
Actually, it's better than it also being how
70?
you were.
Oh, that's
So.
not bad. She is blue for an amazing goddamn.
It is very humid
Wow.
in this environment. And
You had to get the one by female pervert at Grugcell. Anyway,
I think that's the originator.
even better. Sorry, go ahead.
You all are in this environment. It is humid, and I'll say for John, Turlon, and Felix, this is first time you've ever been in an environment like this. You know, bar none. There's nothing you've ever felt that's been quite like this. Of just this place. You know, the Togi Forest is like nature that is calm, and there's a breeze. Here, it feels like there is danger around, and now you all are very capable. There's still this unsettling feeling that you are not alone. Very much this, you know, the forest, this jungle that is around you is very much alive. You can see why it's called the Wilds. I'll say for you, Vita, you are instantly struck with just the smells and the sights around here. You are instantly struck with a sense of deja vu that you have never felt before. You feel like you have been here before, and you know because of your past as Zelgreaders, you have been here before. You grew up here, but you simply just have no memory of this place at all. And so it is a very weird feeling to be here. And, you know, but there is no civilization around you. You have a vague sense of north, south, east, and west. You have a vague sense of a direction 60 miles to the south west that you need to head. Welcome to the Yimba Wilds.
Well, this place is great. I
Yeah,
say,
man.
looking around, I'm like, this is amazing.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay.
like walk like a few feet away from the rest of the group and just sort of like I moved myself on the big map, even though that's like
10 miles. Yeah.
I step aside
Take a
just a little
quick
bit.
10-mile walk.
I kind of look just kind of out for a second, just kind of speechless.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like sort of getting a sweep of everything, taking it all in.
Go, I
So
guess.
does this look familiar to you at all, or I look over
No.
at Vita?
No.
All right, so I have an idea. So I don't think the ground here is good enough for any mount that I know of that exists. So we should probably just stay on foot. And hold on 1 second, something in real life might be happening.
These
Real
things
life
happen.
moment.
Craig said silence. Just turned into darkness.
Well,
I don't know
we
why
could shoot the shit while he's gone. I turn over to you guys. Say, I've never seen anywhere like this before.
Me either. This is I don't know if this is better or worse than Togi Forest. It's just kind of loud.
It's different. It's very different from the Watat Empire.
It's hotter. It's definitely hotter.
This
Do you
coat
guys
might
think-
start to get a little heavy.
Feels kind of good though.
I'm not taking any of this off. This is I'm just gonna consider getting used to this part of training, but I'm kind of curious to see what there is around here to fight.
Probably not much.
Also,
Above board,
You-
I want a combat.
Also-
I want to punch something.
do you think this is honestly pretty inspiring? Do you think that we could? Well, Turlon, I know you hate themed restaurants, but do you think we could make like a themed restaurant based off like
What-
a
what makes you
forest
think
like
I hate-
this?
What makes you say I hate themed restaurants?
So
No reason.
I don't
okay,
really-
sorry. Back.
Oh, we're making a rainforest cafe while you were
Oh,
gone.
okay, sweet. Sorry, my grandmother's diabetic cat hides in my room, so he doesn't have to get his insulin shots, and I had to
I love
corral him
that.
out.
I love that cats can get diabetes.
He has like a gland problem.
Poor little
That's
guy.
awesome.
He's
Yeah.
shaped like a football.
Little
I
guy.
should name him that.
Well, he's named after a football player,
Wait, which one is that?
Djokovic.
Oh, Jokovic.
Yeah.
My favorite
Wow.
memories of playing
He's a
Pathfinder
basketball
at,
player.
At Alex Grandma's house would be just every once in a while. Jokovic. She would
Joko!
talking about one of the cats. So funny.
Joko.
Okay, so right, my plan was that I would fly up to see if the mist is just like a ground level thing, and then as a bird, I could get like a better bearing of where we should be going, and then I'd report back down, and we would like maintain our course that way.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll wait for that.
I'll just eat some of these berries while you're up. I'm kind of hungry.
Steven, can I tell if they're poisonous?
I'll put one in my mouth. Hop.
Make a
All right,
nature
well.
check.
Just go fly.
Dude,
Just go
Dude,
fly.
even
I
I
got
know
it.
you
Second.
shouldn't have the strange berries.
It's fine.
It doesn't take me this long in character. Nature check. 27.
Oh, I thought you meant me. Okay. Oops.
It is a not natural bright blue, which in your case typically means that it's, evolved, so things don't eat it.
So,
I ate one.
how do you feel? I think you should throw up right now.
If
We
the
just
berry's
went
poisonous,
through
that's a good
Gatch.
idea.
I can just turn to lava and make my stomach into lava if it goes bad. It's fine.
Okay, whatever.
You
I'm
could do
kind of
that?
hungry too. Wait,
Yeah, I can do that.
John, don't do that.
I have a
John.
berry.
All right, whatever. I turn into a
Not
bird.
bad.
Yeah, I look
I
at
turn
Bird
into a
Felix
bird.
and I shrug my hands.
Is the mist still there above the tree line?
Yes, as you fly above the tree line, what you see as you kind of get your way through this thick canopy, you see that the canopy that you was like 60 feet above you all is just one layer. There's a second layer of canopy above, and as you kind of fly
my
through
God.
that, you can just see various, monkey-like creatures are, kind of going through the trees above as you're looking into this kind of darker second layer canopy. But as you get through that, you do see that the fog is, it's still at the top level of the canopy, but it seems to be just fog, right? Like it is a constant state of humidity here, so it's not like there's any areas that don't have any good fog. It's just the reason you can see 100 feet into it is because you're in the fog, right?
Yeah.
And it's just with the accumulation of time, does it kind of accumulation over the distance, does it block sight? So it is very much ever present throughout this place.
Okay. And is that so sorry, just to be clear, does or does that not impact my ability to see?
It's a little bit difficult to see. You'd have to fly up way high, and then you kind of
Okay.
lose the acuity of being close to the ground. But
Well,
you do
can I at
not
least
see
tell which
any
way-
civilization, I'll say.
Can I just get the cardinal directions so we have appropriate bearings?
Yes, you can absolutely know, just based off your basic survival, you know which direction is southeast or southwest.
Okay, cool. I will fly back down and check to make sure that the other two are still alive.
I'll say
Ooh, there's an
that
aggressive bird screech just now.
as
back.
you are, the other two seem fine for right now.
All right. Okay,
Let's
I'm
go.
ready to go.
It's good.
Oh yeah, I'll say it's
Off we
around
go.
Lead the
noon
way.
currently. Who knows if that makes sense with timing? I don't care. It's around noon. You
Hookar.
all,
It's noon.
I'll say you all
So he
begin
says.
traveling through. You all, just so you know, are high level in terms of you can basically take on smaller creatures in this forest and critters. And so we'll have you roll survival checks for the days of travel that you have here. But I'll say that, and Felix, if you want to lead that, since this area is kind of similar to the Togi Forest, I'll say it's only on very low survival checks that you may encounter something that is so difficult that there's any significant danger to you
Yeah.
all. So if you all can, Felix, if you can do a survival check for me as you travel through, we'll see how
We're
your
level
first
9.
days goes.
23.
23 is pretty good. I'll say that as you are traveling along, this is your first day. You are only able to get about 10 miles of travel, which is not, the best, but it's also not that bad for how fast you're traveling. It's very thick. Every once in a while you all encounter these little kind of boar-like creatures that have these massive tusks that kind of roll out above their head and then loop again into sharp points in front of them that are just, you see them just scurrying around in the forest. You see various
Dashing through the bushes.
dashing through the bushes right in front of you. You see that there are monkeys that are swinging through, and they seem to not even care about you all trudging through the forest. They kind of just swing on these various vines that are seemingly coming from above into the second canopy that Felix saw that are swinging through. You all begin to see different colored moss that's not green moss, but various colors like purples and pinks. These very vibrant colors, but even if one of you kind of steps on it, you can see just this kind of plume of spores begin to emerge that you very just instinctually feel like you need to not breathe in, and you quickly move on from that area.
Sorry, can I moss conversation?
Moss conversation?
It's mossed up.
As
Yeah,
we're
what's up
walking
with this
by
moss?
moss, I'm gonna turn to Felix after one of the spores bursts up. If I cover my nose, do you think it's safe to take a small sample of that?
Do I?
I'll say you generally know with spores in the Tilgi forest that, yeah, it's fine to keep them in a jar, and just you shouldn't inhale a lot of them. You got no idea about the Yimba wilds, though.
So I'll be completely honest with you. I have no idea what it is, aside from just like obviously it's moss. But yeah, like a good rule of thumb is to not inhale it.
You'll be fine.
I'm just like Bill Clinton. I didn't inhale. I cover my nose
I did not
with my
inhale that
sleeve,
moment.
and then I bend down. I pull out a couple different random vials I have, place them on the ground, take a knife, and just sort of chisel out some bit with a little bit of the. If it's attached to a rock, I just take it off. If it's like in the dirt at all, I'll take some of the dirt with it and just shove it in. Shove one of each kind that I see into these little vials. Package them up, put them in a distant spot in the back of my coat, away from everything else.
As you're kind of cutting through it, you see just these little plumes of these spores again to begin to emerge, which you don't breathe it in. But as you're cutting through it, it doesn't feel like you're cutting through leaves. It almost feels like, unfortunately, very familiar feeling like you're cutting through flesh almost. It kind of has this rougher, more sinewy texture as you're cutting through it, as you slowly get it off of these rocks, but you are able to do so.
I will say if it feels sinewy and alive,
Dude, that's awful.
I'm gonna finish one of them, and I will, as I'm cutting it, I go and I kind of pull some of it up with my covered hand, and I cut it out, and you see I kind of start going slower, and I hesitate before I finish the little bit I'm at, and I put it away, and I say, Felix, and I turn to the rest of you too. Is it the bad thing if this moss feels more like how do I say living flesh?
What?
Then it cuts like flesh, like someone's body.
Could be
It's
somebody's
What the
body.
fuck?
It's textured. It's got sinew. It's got muscles. It's got
Steven, I want to look at
grizzly
this.
bits.
You look
Does
down.
it look?
That's a person. You just cut it
Does
for
it
a
look
person,
like
man. You're
muscle?
You look back down at the spot that was
The
just being
berries.
cut away, and you can see kind of, it's like under this light blue moss. You can see that there's this layer of brown underneath it of just like kind of this interwoven, almost roots, but they're very obviously not made of like wood or like a plant-like texture. It's like kind of this weird glossy look, almost like if you were looking at a muscle, and you can see, looking at the spot that was just cut open over this rock, you can see these small little tendrils of these brown roots slowly start to grow out like an inch a second as they slowly start to weave together again to kind of patch up the spot that was just cut out.
Felix is in awe. That's
Yeah. So it's
that
some
is
sort
an
of.
incredible root system. What the hell is this?
I look at my.
So it's like so the roots are so tightly packed that there isn't space between them. It is just like a clump of roots in the way that a clump of like muscle fiber.
Yeah, and the roots don't look wooden; they look wet,
Yeah.
like tendrils.
I bet this whole place is alive as one big thing that was walking in. It's my guess.
Well, we should probably, until we know anything about this place, we probably shouldn't harvest dangerous plants. Because I don't know if you guys know this, but like scavenging is actually pretty dangerous if you don't know, especially if you don't know what you are looking for or what you're looking to avoid. So
I agree. I had no plans on eating.
I agree.
And I wave
I
around
mean,
and
well,
go,
I mean, still,
As I eat another berry.
But
Vita, if you die, I will not feel bad from that. If you die from food poisoning, I'll
I
not
can't
feel bad.
die.
I'll just
I
flat.
can't die.
it's really hard
I
to
won't.
imagine
Wow.
that sexy Felix art saying this
Wow,
right
wow,
now.
wow. Okay.
Yeah, this is so fast. I've never seen anything like this. Do you
But
think
yeah,
it's
considering
alive?
that plants
Do
can
you think
like
it's
eat
alive?
us if
Like,
they are big enough, we probably shouldn't harvest stuff if we don't know what it is.
It's
Yeah,
definitely alive. That feels right in my body, and I've been here before. My body's been here before.
yeah, I'm not going to have any more of that. I'm not going to cut off anymore. What a strange place. Let's get a move on.
You all finish out the day after this incredibly strange atmosphere you all are in. As it begins to get towards the night, the sun goes away, and kind of the fog and the light starts to slowly settle in into this weird dusk-like atmosphere within this place. The sounds of jungle get louder. It is evident that there are many a creature that sleep during the day that are now awake as the sun is slowly setting.
Like
And I'll say,
bats.
and I'll say that Felix, you know, you do have your tent that is able to withstand most climates, like
It's
a climate
climate
controlled
control.
tent. So you would be able to find a place, but you know that it's dangerous sometimes, and you need to find a good place in the Tilgi forest to camp on the ground. You know, can only imagine that it's much worse here. And I'll say as it starts to get lower light, it starts to get colder. Kind of almost like how in a
Oh,
desert
okay.
the night is cold. Like during the day it's
Yeah.
hot. It's the winter time in Sumia, so the jungle gets very cold at night. So you're going to be very thankful that you have your tent, but you need to find a place to go.
So is this one of those situations? Should I look for? I don't know. This would be a little involved, but like to set something up in the trees, like it's too dangerous to sleep on the forest floor, the jungle floor.
Yeah, I think that is your instinct, and I think give me a nature check to see if you can, or survival, I'll say, to see if you can find a good place.
Damn it.
Meh.
I'll say it takes you a good hour to find a good place because you know there's a good 2 to 3 attempts where you try and find a place, and you know you start to climb up some of these trees, which are very easy to climb. They're very gnarled and easy to kind of walk up. Some of them are bending over, but quickly many of the various areas you try and find kind of snap in order to set up this tent. But you do find a place eventually. But it does get quite dark as you all are getting. You have to light torches perhaps, or even do a light cantrip to even see in this space. And the jungle is now, you know, imagine these jungle sounds you're listening to, but you just played 2 of them at once, basically. It's now kind of this, not so loud that it's a cacophony, but it's going to be difficult unless you're a heavy sleeper. It's up to you all as players how you think your characters sleep tonight, but basically it's going to be loud when you go to bed in this tent.
I've turned up my jungle ambiance video.
Hell That is basically what it's like.
Fuck yeah.
But
All
you
right,
all
go.
set up your tent. In the jungle trees, you're a good 40 feet off of the ground, but you found this good base where the tree's kind of bent over. You're along this trunk, these two different trunks that have created kind of this nook that you can easily
I feel
sit
like it would also be easy, on account of my easy, but using my abilities and also druid magic to just gather sticks and things like or sections of dead branches to make like a little platform between like a V going into a trunk, and I make something that can like just set on top of it, and we can just set up the tent there.
Absolutely. It's not the most comfortable sleep you all have had, but or sleeping situation you all have had, but you are able to get in and go to bed. Does anybody else have anything for the day before
Yeah.
we go to sleep? Yeah.
I'm going to at some point when it's just like everyone's back at the tent. Maybe at some point John goes outside, peeks out, or at some point I'm gonna follow out, and just me and John. I'm gonna walk
I
out.
don't know if we have
don't
the
do this.
space.
I would have been earlier then.
Okay. While I'm setting
Uh,
up the little platform thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say to you, were you joking earlier when you said your name wasn't actually John?
Okay. John thinks to himself, "Oh, this is actually kind of funny." And I'm just gonna go. Well, what do you think?
1 second. I'm gonna roll. What should I roll?
Actually,
I think
just
John's
go.
pretty esoteric to me. I'm gonna roll an esoteric check.
I just go. They'll never believe you.
Rolling a 27 on my esoteric check. But I don't know, John. Honestly, I've never even seen your face. So, I find it hard to believe anything.
Buddy, I'm an open book.
Well, what's your name?
Problem is, can you read their language?
All right, go to bed.
Did John, because I said, what's your name? Was that just John's answer? Or just John just not say anything?
What?
I said, what's your
John's
name?
my name. What's my name? I just go, well, what do you think?
Here we are.
You know what? Turlon is also laughing, as am I. Forget I ask, John. Forget I ask. I'm gonna shake my head, and I walk away.
Hell yeah.
I did it. We can have a place to sleep tonight.
Oh,
We're done.
good work.
I was
Phoenix.
worried for a second there.
Okay. Not to get the entire session sidetracked because I don't know how much longer we're gonna be playing for, but so the tent's impenetrable, right? So even if we're inside there, we don't have to like worry about what's going on the outside.
Yes.
Okay, then we don't need to take watch then. However, this is a new environment, and John, just kind of being in the Tilgi Forest for like the past month, has gotten somewhat familiar with like the noises he expects to hear, owls and such. So tonight, before he retires, he kind of wants to sit and listen for any odd animal noises that happen at night.
Mm-hmm.
And if he hears something that really piques his interest, he kind of wants to like go towards it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll say you're kind of meditating in this space, just closing your eyes, listening to
Looking at the stars. There's no light
sounds
pollution
around
out here, so it's all good.
Yeah,
But
beautiful stars, no moon.
Fucking Riddock light pollution.
They should go to
Ridiculous.
burst here.
Yeah, they should. And you are closing your eyes, you're listening, and what you hear is you start to hear this clicking noise, probably about 30 feet away. That's incredibly rhythmic. Like this click maybe every half a second, so it's just like sound, which in the surrounding noises of nature. There are patterns to it, but something that rhythmic, and it continues on for a good like 20, 30 seconds. That kind of piques your interest, and you slowly start to kind of move, and you're in the second canopy. So it's a much darker area, even though it is dark out, kind of going off into the darkness a little bit with the light of the camp still in the back a little bit as people are getting ready for bed. And you start to move over to this space where you hear this clicking, and it's up against this other tree trunk that as you are moving along these tree branches to get to, every once in a while you have to find your footing to make sure you get over there as you're creeping slowly over. And you see the source of the clicking is there is some long centipede-like creature that's probably about like 6 inches wide is slowly going into this tree trunk. And the clicks that
6
you're
inches
hearing,
wide?
yeah, it's like this wide.
Shut
its
the
legs
Oh
fuck
are
my
sticking
fucking
out.
god.
And the clicks
That
that you're
sucks.
hearing is as it's crawling up the tree trunk, you can see that there's a hole, like a knot in the tree. And every click that you hear is just a section of its like chitin, of its kind of exoskeleton, turning as it moves into the creature.
Ugh.
So every click is just as another section of the centipede is going on. And
I
you had been
snuggle in
hearing
my
it.
blanket.
You had hearing
You
this
just
for like
did.
30
Okay.
seconds, and it seems to continue to keep going into it.
Okay.
And you kind of peer into the darkness, and it looks like the
Fuck
body
off.
is just
Good.
still going on. You have no idea how long this creature is.
I'm gonna leave it alone. That's disgusting. But very cool. Never seen a bug that big before. Arthropleura is a real giant centipede that existed, millions and millions of
There
years
better
ago.
not be any
but
fucking pictures of that shit.
I just typed in the word.
Good.
But that's pretty crazy. While John is here, he remembers that thing Felix turned into while fighting the Cyclops. And he goes, "Oh, I hope I can find one of those things because I kind of want one as a pet." And then he'll retire to bed.
Oh yeah. You all get some rest. You all get some sleep. And Vita, I need you to give me a dream roll for me.
Oh my god.
The dreamer. I'm gonna get a bathroom
Easy.
break in while he rolls.
Rolling.
Oh, fuck, what's the command? I forgot.
Slash
/
R
roll or R.
or roll. D100.
Oh, shit. No, I just typed 100.
Okay.
/ roll 100.
Yeah. Slash roll.
There we go.
Slash roll 67.
8, 9.
Thank you.
Song!
84. 84 is pretty good. Vita, your dream, what you remember of it, it is a memory you do not have, but you now know these strange visions that you've had of the past are memories of just a time from when you were Zelgratris. And it's strange, this memory. It is... There's a familiarity with this memory itself. It's one that you can imagine Zelgratris has played over and over in their head, kind of analyzed in their own head. But of course, this is the first time you've ever seen it, but being in this place kind of brings back these memories. And you are... the memory is of you when you were very small, maybe like when you were 6 years old, and you are low down to the ground, and it looks like, you're kind of in this space. Familiar sounds around you that you hear now as you appear to be digging into the dirt next to this tree, kind of just digging in the mud. You can see your clothes are all messy on you, and the sun is shining down, and you find in the dirt with these small hands that you are looking down on, again, this kind of this fair skin. It is not purple skin. You find what appears to be kind of a very rusted knife, but it's just the blade part of the knife. Like, you know, if you've had a really old knife with like a wooden handle and the wooden handle's just rotted away, you just have like the metal part that's left, so it kind of has the blade and then just the prong, whatever, I forget, it has a name, but like that metal part that's stuck within the blade. You find this within the dirt. You're digging into it. You can feel yourself being excited as you're looking at it. And you hear a voice from behind you, a deep male voice, a voice that, you know, a voice for the first time you've ever heard, but you recognize it as your father's voice. You hear from behind you, "Now, Zelly, why are you digging in the mud again?" And you can hear the sloshing sound of, you know, someone trying to walk through mud, not very well, as they're stumbling, as you hear your father say, "Why are you digging in the mud? You know your mother hates it when you do this. We have to wash all your clothes." And kind of pauses as it gets over. You can feel the shadow of your father behind you as it's looking down at what you found. And he kind of squats down next to you. And he pauses for a moment. And he says, "Did you find something?" And you remember yourself. You don't remember the exact words, but you remember yourself describing to your father what you found and how you were digging here. And you look up at your father's face, and you can see so much of your own face within it, but it's just older. You can see that there are lines, kind of this tan skin of a man that has worked in the fields for much of his life, this elven man, looking at it, and you can feel within this memory, within this core memory, even though this is the first time you've ever seen your father, you feel like you have studied his face before in this memory. And you see that the whole time that you're explaining this blade to him, every time you glance over at him, he's not looking at the blade, but he's instead looking at you. You can see there's just a little bit of a corner smile that's emerging on his face. And you can see, you know, he is wearing these nice clean clothes as he trudged out to the mud to see you. And as you finish your explanation, you see he just sighs for a moment as he looks at the blade, and then he plops down with his clean clothes into the mud next to you and says, "Now, where do you think, you know, if this is some old artifact, what do you think they used it for?" And the rest of the dream is just you and your father speculating about what this tool could have used for, and that is your dream.
A nice memory.
Okay, yeah.
Nice
Okay,
memory.
yeah.
Not bad.
Not bad.
I like
Curious.
Zelly.
Zelly.
Oh, Zelly. Oh,
Oh,
Zelly.
Zelly. You
This is
all...
a very disruptive bird noise playing for me right now.
The
Motherfucker's
monkey's
loud.
going ape shit in my headphones.
You all wake up.
It's that 10-second monkey video on repeat.
You all wake up in with kind of sore backs, as it was not the best sleep, but you all do get a full rest, which I think for some of you brings you now back up to full health, because you all were a little bit injured from the fights in the previous days. But you all are able to continue on your journey. Do you say anything about your dream, Vita, or no?
No, but I'll just wake up with a little smile on my face. I'm curling my toes. Feel well rested.
Ugh. I'm gonna ask Felix to wait
Yeah,
like 10,
close up.
15 minutes to take
Purple.
down the tent, and I just jot some stuff in my journal in the morning.
Hell yeah.
You're freaking me out, LaFleur. You're freaking me out right now.
You all get down from
sorry.
your perch and can continue on your journey.
Yeah.
Right, man. Yeah.
Felix,
Badass.
give me another survival check if you could.
Switching to daytime jungle ambiance.
Whoa.
Sir,
Hero point.
You could if you want.
Survival.
Almost another
Much
two.
better.
Almost another two. For just a few moments, you start to head the wrong direction before you quickly
Wait, where am I?
gain your bearings and realize you have to continue on. And you are doing much better than you did previously in terms of moving. I'll say that you all do move a good 20 miles today. Once again, there are some, you do all come upon various types of creatures. Most of them ignoring you. They don't seem to care too much about you trudging through the
What
forest.
are they?
You all do see, you do see these very large birds that appear to almost be incredibly malnourished. They look like, but they don't appear
Shit.
to move in any way
Okay.
that as if they are malnourished. But
Very
just their-
wrinkly.
yeah, very wrinkly. Skin is tight against their bones. Very little muscle, but they are just on the upper branches, kind of glaring down at you. They have this gray skin. They probably have, their wings are tucked up against each other, but they're probably about like 2 feet long bodies, as there's just a group of them peering down at you with these very sunken eyes as you all continue by, as you look up, but don't appear to provoke you or make any noises in your way. You do see that there are some creatures that at first you hear kind of grunting almost of bears, like this sound kind of around a corner, and as you continue to walk through, you do see that there is a... Excuse me. You see, as you turn the corner, it looks like this bear creature, but as it begins to kind of turn around, it appears to be ripping into the flesh of some other creature, maybe recently killed, who knows, has very bright red viscera, so you can assume that this is a fresh kill that only happened within the past hour or so. But you see, as this bear creature kind of peers back its head over towards you all, you see it actually has the head of a lizard that is very elongated, almost like a snake, but instead of having fangs, it has just these rows of teeth within its mouth, and its face is just covered in this red blood as it has been using its long snout to kind of tear into the whole of this creature, and it kind of growls at you all as you continue to move by for just a moment. And I'll say that you, with how high of a roll you all do get, I'll say that about halfway through your journey, you are heading through the jungle, and all of you in your head begin to hear a voice. You hear a voice.
Stop me! I didn't do it.
Oh my God.
You hear a voice. Sounds like a normal male voice. No discernible accent. And you hear 403,233, 403,234, and you just hear this counting of these very large numbers. And strangely enough, better or for worse, you all have heard voices in your head. This one, you can tell which direction it's coming from, even though it's within your head for sure. You know that it's probably about 100 or so feet to your, the direction you're traveling, but kind of to the left a little bit, to the front left, through the canopy. You can't see anything yet. It's very thick jungle, but you can just hear this counting in your head, and all of you hear it as well.
Does
Is
it
that
feel
counting?
like?
The moment that it starts talking, I go, "Are you kidding me?"
Does it feel like?
42,403.
Does it
I
feel
got
like
the
a
note.
message where
got
like
numbers.
I'm prompted with the ability to respond, like the spell message in my head, or no?
You can try, but it doesn't feel like that. It feels like it's strange. It's as if there was someone 100 feet away saying all of this, but you can hear it just perfectly in your head. It doesn't
Okay.
feel like a
Well,
message.
You receive audio information, but skipping the audio.
See,
Right.
the 100 gold piece question, I suppose, is: do we approach the mystery large number counting voice in the forest?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sneakily.
Yes,
Of course.
I'm with you guys. Let's be careful. I'm going to
I
kind of perch
transform
near
into
the
a little
ground.
cat.
Ooh.
Do you want
cat.
to, Felix? Are you going to? I kind of look. I get down to Felix cat level.
Already a cat.
Are you going to? I know I'm looking down at you because you're a cat. Are you going to go ahead with us or stay with us?
I'm gonna be
I'll go up.
invisible.
Okay.
I'm
I
gone.
Wow.
John, should we lag behind a little bit between the cat and the invisible man?
I meow in a way that other cats would recognize. You should ask me that first, and then I just go ahead.
Oh, you're like an ocelot from Minecraft. I will just go. Yep. I mean, otherwise, yep.
All right, let's give them like 50 feet.
Yep.
I start to walk forward, and I turn to you, John, and I kind of squint my eyes. I take off my coat, and I fold it. I fold it out. I'm going to just hope the inside. Actually, no. I take my coat. I fold it up. I wrap it in the invisible blanket.
Hell yeah.
And I'm kind of like holding onto it as I walk.
Okay.
Love it.
Yeah, I sneak behind
And I'm gonna get really low to the ground.
the rest of the group.
I'm
Okay.
gonna try to keep my eye on Felix and follow Felix because I literally can't see Vita.
Yeah. You all begin to pursue forward as you kind of move through these, invisibly and as a cat, as you move through these trees. Once again, these gnarled roots and this mud, this kind of swampy texture. You get to a very small clearing. It's very obviously been taken over by some trees, but there at least is a break in the canopy. And what you see within this clearing is a very old, very obviously decayed and eroded and overtaken by nature stone, what looks like a temple, what looks like a church. Basically, it has this long tower, probably going like 30 feet of stone with this dome that obviously has a huge hole cracked into the top of it, and kind of has this main entrance area, but it's just this stone building that is covered in moss, has breaks in it, very evidently cracks. Very evidently is a very old building, and the counting appears to be coming from within that building.
Well, we gotta go in.
I'm walking in. I'm invisible.
I'm sneaking in.
I don't
As
love
a
my
kid.
ability to stealth inside of a building, so I'm just gonna throw my jacket back on. I'm gonna kind of stand up a little more solid and kind of
Okay.
walk in.
Okay, I'll say from the
I will-
order for the you go, John.
Stealth as well once my foundry reloads.
I'm still
Okay.
stealthing, but I'm not. I don't think I'm getting much advantage out of hiding my coat anymore.
Yeah. So I'll say, you all are kind of heading back. I'll say for Felix and Vita, are you together? Felix or Vita,
I
are you
have
staying
no idea what
behind? Yeah, Vita, are you staying behind Felix? Letting Felix take
Uh,
point, or are you going first?
Felix was the first one to say anything, so I imagined I would just be like closely right behind / right next to the cat this whole time,
Okay.
just invisible.
So I'll say there's kind of this front entrance area. There obviously was a place where there were wooden doors, but those have long rotted away. So there's kind of just this archway where there would be these large doors to this entranceway. And as you all, I'll say Vita and Felix, as you begin to approach it, you turn the corner, Felix, and what you see within this area, kind of with the light streaming through the hole in the dome above, you see that, once again, there's just these kind of stone pews that have been tossed over and been turned over. There is nature within this building. This very evidently has been taken over. But you see in the center, kind of almost illuminated in the sunlight, kind of slightly off center, is there is a circle. I'll say this: what you see first is there is a cylinder, almost about 8 feet wide, of this grayish translucent light that goes up about 10 feet and then curves into its own dome just in the center of this room. And you see within that, kind of sitting against one of the walls with one of its legs outstretched towards the other side, with its entire leg reaching the other side of this 8-foot diameter cylinder. So the bottom half of this humanoid creature is at least 8 feet long, but it appears to be sitting on its side, one leg outstretched, the other leg kind of just sitting propped up as it's leaning up against the wall of this translucent gray cylinder. And you see the upper half of this humanoid creature has gray skin, these kind of black wings that are kind of curled up against the back. And you can see in its head, it has this mane of black hair and these two massive horns that are curled out in the top of it, and it appears to just be looking forward, kind of moving its head around, and it is mouthing the words of the counting, which has been ever present, by the way, the entire time. This number is just slowly getting out. You can see that this appears to be the voice of it saying these counting numbers. And I will say, Felix, as soon as you turn the corner and you see this creature that's easily like 15 feet tall, but just kind of sitting down within this, this translucent cylinder, you see that you see this creature and you instantly know that this is a devil. You're looking at a devil in front of you all. And I'll say, just this is above. This is for you all as players, since you all are going to get into some other realm type shit. All right, for within Sumia. Generally in Sumia, this is for you all as players for your characters. Generally in Sumia, the air about things from other realms is negative. Mostly negative stereotypes. Like, you all have heard about devils and demons and fey creatures, right? But essentially the worst stereotypes that you can think of about this, like to stay away if you were to ever see one. Don't make a deal with the devil. I wouldn't say it's as strong as, like, I don't know, like real world, like anti-Semitic caricatures or whatever, it's like, but it's still just the worst aspect of these other creatures from these other realms, is kind of the main thing that you have ever heard about them. But I'll say for you all as players, like for you, Felix, for instance, you have read everything about the Fae as much as you could get your hands on, right? And while most interpretations of creatures from the Fae are very negative, they're tricksters, to never trust any creature from the Fae, they're always trying to lie to you. You have read yourself, books about people who have looked deeper into it, and they don't believe those things, right? They know that, the Fae are kind of creatures just like you and me, basically. So you would know that, especially for the Fae, it's maybe not as negative as the stereotypes are, right? Just because based off of those readings. And I'll say for you all as characters, looking back at these things, and I'll say, Vita, even in your time, you've heard, just in passing throughout these various cities, you've heard these things about demons and devils and fey creatures. You all as players can decide how your characters think about this, but because of kind of basically how it seems like this world of Sumia has been created with the First Order deities taking over this realm, right? Who knows if you all think as characters, if that's kind of been pushed, right, a little too heavily, right? Like, oh, maybe I think like, oh, maybe demons aren't that bad, because the only time I've ever heard demons are bad, it's not because I've ever met a demon, but it's because, everything from other realms is bad because they're trying to keep the Sempton realm as secluded as possible. So that's just a complete sidebar. So anyway, Felix, you see before you a devil within this magical cylinder, and it doesn't appear to have noticed you all at all. And I'll say, Vita, you turn the corner as well, and you see this devil.
I will. What do you say? Is like his bottom half is 8 feet long, like it's huge, or
Yeah, so it's like this
Yeah.
8-foot wide cylinder, and he's sitting against one edge of it with his back up against it, and his leg is outstretched and it's touching the other side of it.
okay.
I'm in a defensive cat pose. I think Vito would have seen me do that when I first saw it. And I had like
I'm
a low.
messaging. I will cast message to Felix. and say, what the fuck is that? Want me to stun him or blind him
No,
or
that's
something?
the devil. Don't do
Okay.
anything.
The fuck should I leave? I don't know what a devil
Let me
really
try
means.
something.
Okay. I'll be
I
here then.
wanna creep forward as a cat. Just staring at the devil.
I want to ready a cantrip for if the devil does something.
Okay.
Moves in any way.
In any way?
In any way.
Like
It won't-
even
it- it's nothing.
passively?
Yeah, yeah. Well, no. In reaction to the cat, it's nothing. It's
I
not a
got
crazy
shit,
cantrip.
man, but you won't
But
let
I'm
me
just saying, I'm
go.
ready to cast if this devil looks at Felix or twitches in a way that's weird.
Okay. You slowly start to creep forward, Felix, and I'll say you get about 20 feet away. You're kind of on the side of the devil, right? The devil's kind of just looking ahead, counting. And the devil stops counting and then looks over at you, Felix, and you can see it just has fully black eyes as its face peers at you. Its face is probably a good, 2 feet tall, just with how large this creature is, and kind of glances over at the cat and says, "Ah, another creature."
Okay, I'm gonna cast a cantrip. This isn't gonna save you, Felix, or anything, but I'm just gonna cast Detect Magic, but heightened to the 4th level. Now that I'm level 9.
Okay.
So just to get some info, I can learn the rank or level of the most powerful magical effect. So maybe if it has some sort of object, or maybe if this thing is the most powerful magical thing,
Mm-hmm.
and then same with 4. Pretty much if the cylinder is more magical than him or more powerful, or if he has some sort of book or something, I don't know. It'll just give me info for the room. I'll send out a pulse.
Sure. You send out a pulse, and uh, the source of the highest amount of magic is seemingly the barrier that is keeping this devil in this thing. It seems to be just sitting in this barrier. The most amount of magic is coming from that barrier itself. You do sense that the
Okay.
devil itself is magical, quite magical, but you don't get a sense of anything beyond that. So this is certainly not like this is really a devil sitting there, right? Like
Yeah,
there's no
not just
illusory
a guy.
tricks. Yeah.
Okay. Go on, Felix.
Yeah, I'll just kind of continue catting it up and just kind of begin pacing around the cylinder, looking at it like I'm a wary feline. I just want to see what it does in reaction to a small animal.
It's kind of looking at you, kind of its eyes are just slowly phasing, and I'll say that because it has no pupils and it's just a black eyes, it's kind of unsettling as it kind of peers, but it slowly starts to get a little grin on its face. Uh, uh, as you are,
Have Felix, I'm sorry, have John and I caught up yet?
I'll say that is up to you all. If you all want to peer.
Yeah, I mean, I want
Because
to.
I think
I
we
want
were
to
following. I just want to above
Mhm.
board. I'd like to have all of us around in case something. But I think
I
we
want
need
to
to
stealth,
right
but I
now.
want to be in the backdrop to kind of lead the charge.
I'm just gonna say that I approach and I see that there's a creature, and I'm gonna hold out of sight and let Felix do his thing while I'm watching.
Okay.
Hidden behind a pillar or something.
Say, I would like.
And because I can do that, I will. Do you want me to do? Do you need to do your check first? I was just gonna message because I can message people now.
I'll say John and Turlon. I'd like you all to do a stealth check as you are peering around the corner to see if it sees you.
26.
Okay.
Hang on. My little fucking Surface Pro with 8 gets a RAM is really chugging along.
gone.
It's done for.
You said a stealth check.
Yes.
All right. Can you just?
Yeah.
All right.
It's plus
add my
11,
values
so
to this RNG thing I rolled.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, I got a 12 plus 11 is 23.
23. Okay. I'll say that it's kind of following its eyes around you all. Around you, Felix, you see a little grin goes across its face. And I'll say, Felix, you've started to go around the edge of, kind of to the other side of the entrance that you all had gone. So it's kind of looking at you on the other side, and you see just through this translucent cylinder that the devil is within. You can see at the entrance, kind of just peering around the corner for just a moment. Turlon and John kind of peek out for a moment before going right away. And you see that as soon as you see that, the devil's head snaps over towards the entrance and says, "Who goes there?" And that's where we're going to end this session tonight.
Oh my
Fuck.
Session's
god.
over. No one's there. I'm not there.
I
Session's over. Who knows who's there?
I
fucking
would
put
say I would immediately like scared cat the moment the sudden movement to number one, Felix is like, but also to
Mhm.
continue to sell the bit.
Hell yeah. I love it.
Yeah, you're a cat or something, man, I guess.
You're just a cat, dude.
Yeah, fuck you.
Fuck you, man. I'm a cat, alright?
Fuck
Fuck
you,
you.
man. I'm a cat.
Fuck you.
Fuck
You
Good
can't
stuff.
do this.